My name is Garrett Krause. I'm going to change things up a little bit. I'm here to talk about opportunities in Africa. I don't know how many here invest in Africa, but I believe it's the final frontier. I've been in oil and gas, mining, commodities trading for 35 years. Since 2009, I entered Africa. I'm in bauxite, iron, gold, lithium, and spaces in 2 countries. We all know gold. Gold just hit all-time highs yesterday. Retreated a little bit today, but poised to follow the U.S. debt right up to $3,500 an ounce. So gold is a very nice asset to own. And I don't have any fiat to my name. I only own gold as my liquid currency. So it's a nice time to own gold. Today, nobody wants to take the risk of investing in developing a mine, exploring a mine, investing in early stage exploration, especially in Africa. It's very risky. You got to have boots on the ground. It's an asset class that's very hard for people to get over. So my family office has been investing and developing our projects since 2009. We put in all our own money. We've developed out all of our assets. And today I'm created a program where investors can participate in the production of gold. They can participate in the purchase and export of gold with high risk mitigations, but offering a nice trading return. And I think everybody will like what we have to say. I operate in 2 countries, Ghana and Guinea. Ghana's #1 gold producer in Africa. Guinea's #7 and quickly rising. They're both in the same West African gold belts. They both are very large producers on the world stage. There are also 2 of the African countries that are green gold, which means that they are OECD compliant. They are LLBMA accredited, qualified for refineries, which a lot of African countries aren't. So the gold that comes out of these countries is very clean and compliant with LBMA policies and procedures. We have a very unique infrastructure developed. We have a partner, a big partnership with StoneX. Anybody know who StoneX is? StoneX is a $5 billion NASDAQ company. I may be exaggerating the size, but they're also 3,000 employees, the biggest buyer of gold in Africa, the 2nd largest buyer of gold in the world, big trading house, 4,000 employees. They have signed on as our partner. We also partner with Brinks for all our worldwide transport. So when we do get gold, whether it's our own gold production, which I will explain, or our sources and offtake, we move them through our company, which is called Indes. Africa Gold Corp is the production company that I own. Indes is the export company. We move them through our licensed exports legally, compliantly. Brinks picks up the gold, takes it all the way to Dubai. Our refineries refine it. StoneX cashes it in, and we turn the gold from gold to one of 6 fiat currencies if we wish, or we just hold gold. So that's our flow of gold when we get it. Now I'm going to go into the opportunity because the opportunity is very exciting. There's 2 opportunities. I want to get back to our senior management. Humberto is sitting over there. He's 20 years with Cargill, finance, accounting, compliance. He will handle all the money. He will handle all the transactions. He is a very intelligent investment banker, commodities finance guy, and trade finance guy. So I'm very happy to have him on the team while I'm operating on the ground in Africa. First deal. And this is very exciting because this allows investors to participate in the actual financing of a gold export transaction. Now, this is not a commodities trade you'd make on the COMEX. This is physical gold from raw doré, which is gold doré is about 95% pure bullion. That's how it comes out of the mines. You get it 95%, 93% There's never, out of Africa, you don't get 99.995% gold bullion. This is raw gold dory, and raw gold dory starts in Africa, goes to the refineries, and then gets turned into bullion by getting rid of all the waste. So our first process is for the investor, they get to buy a gold export note. The money sits at StoneX. And StoneX, we then wire the money to our control bank in Africa. We actually meet at the central bank in Africa, in the country. We purchase the gold, delivery versus payment, like no credit, no nothing. They bring the gold, it's tested, it's delivered. Brinks is there, they pick it up and they put it on Emirates Airlines all the way to Dubai, and it's refined. So there's a circle. We buy the dory, it gets exported to Dubai. The minute it gets to Dubai, StoneX gives us equivalent amount of bullion into our account at StoneX, and we cash it in. It's a very simple export process. For the investors, we're going to offer a deal where they can help finance these. They can buy notes, and the returns are they get 66 basis points per week per transaction, and the note pays 1% per month guaranteed. So they get to participate in a share in the yield. They get to participate in 66 basis points. We can do one trade per week. That's 52 times 66, that's 34.5%, very risk mitigated trading. Again, this is not mining, this is not exploration, this is a simple physical export. But you get to use the gold as your backing, okay? So it's a very exciting deal. The collateralization on this deal is at all times. We either have cash in the trading accounts under the control of Mr. Humaran over there, who you can meet today and tonight, or gold in the possession of Brinks on its way via Emirates Airlines from Guinea or Ghana direct to Dubai. So at no time are we investing money, we're investing in machines, we're not investing in infrastructure, we're not investing in exploration. This is basically buying gold, and we make the margin on the buy. Because of our relationships, we buy gold at below spot and we sell it at spot. So if we don't have a margin, we don't buy it. So the cash sits. So we have supply agreements where we buy gold at a discount, and we pay the transport, we pay the export fees, we pay the taxes, we pay all the fees on ground. We send it to Dubai, we pay the refining fees, and at the end of the day, there's a small margin. We do that every week. It's a very low risk transaction. Very secure, very risk mitigated. You're now financing physical gold exports. Here's a summary of the first deal, which basically 1% month fixed interest on the notes, 10-day redemption. We're always in cash or gold every week, so we can offer immediate redemptions if anybody wants out. Projected yield share payments of 66 basis points per week, which calculates 34.5% a year if we do 52 trades. And it's fully secure and always liquid. It's a very simple deal. I can go into details with anybody offline, but it's a very fun, exciting way to participate in the export of gold from Africa to Dubai. Now, in building that business, I realized that there's a bigger play. And the bigger play is financing equipment to the mining companies, especially the artisanal mining companies, which are struggling with equipment, but they control all the lands. 80% of the gold in Guinea is produced by artisanal miners, but they have very outdated old equipment. So we did a deal with the president of Guinea. It'll be signed in a couple of weeks. We're doing a deal with the president of Ghana. We're going to take their artisanal miners and turn them into, from black eyes and bad ESG and bad compliance, we're going to turn them into assets. So we've made a deal to invest $200 million worth of equipment into Guinea under our control. We're going to raise $200 million in equipment financing. The equipment will be owned by a US company, and it will go 200 mining sites, $1 million to $1.5 million per site, 1 kilogram a day per site. If we execute this over 4 years, it will churn $3.3 billion worth of gold with 200 mining sites. That's just the math. We're gonna execute, but the lands are there. We've been given the lands by the president of Guinea. We've been given the artisanal labor by the National Direction of Artisanal Miners. And what our contribution to the joint venture is equipment. So there's 3 items that make gold every day. These are the 3 items you need. You need land with gold, you need labor, and you need equipment. With those 3 things, you can get a consistent supply of gold every day, which then can be exported and sold. How much time I have, Marty?
You got a little bit more than 5 minutes.
Okay. The structure for the equipment notes are very easy. US company owns the notes, they're securitized. The equipment is fully insured by HUD International here, biggest insurance broker in America, one of the biggest in the world. The equipment is also insured for theft, damage, and geopolitical risk. So if anything happens, the US company gets fully paid out, the investors are securitized. You can buy a note, you get the same process for the flow. The gold is produced, it goes through our company, it goes through Indus, and it goes to Dubai. The equipment is your ultimate collateral. The notes are paid down over 3 years, but after the notes are gone, you continue the royalty for 10 more years. So the royalty is about 2% per month. Royalty on all gold production pooled. You get your 1% interest over 42 months for the loan against the equipment. The equipment is paid down, but the gold production royalty in the industry is called a net smelter royalty. A very famous way to finance mines. You get a net smelter royalty about 2% per month, and it's fully collateralized by equipment. So one transaction is you're financing exports, cash on cash to gold. The next transaction, you're financing equipment, which we then put into work on site. We manage it, we're always in control of it. We have people on the ground, we have boots on the ground. And so you get the rewards of the equipment payment and your loan paid back plus interest, but you also get that net smelter royalty, which carries on for 10 years after the loan is paid back. So for anybody that want to participate in the gold export business or financing of equipment, which are the least risky parts of mining, I've taken care of the risky parts. My teams and my family office and my syndicate have taken care of all the risk. Now we're just ramping production. It's almost like when you've got a company in growth mode and you own 5 franchises and they're all doing well. Now you want 100 franchises. It's the same business model over and over and over. You're just adding more franchises, you're buying more equipment, you're opening more locations, and you're growing. The gold business is the exact same business. We start with 5 on the ground, we end up with 200 on the ground. Everyone has the exact same equipment, everyone has the exact same production plan, and you just produce gold. Any questions? Over here. We'll start with him because he had his hand up first, and then you're next.
Sorry, but
yes.
Number one, are you going to the dinner tonight? My partner Albert Ewan has a lot of experience doing this.
Yes, I'll be at the dinner tonight. He'll be happy to answer any questions. I've been in Guinea since 2009. Okay. The president of Guinea used to be my personal security guard in 2009 to 2013. So I'm very connected. In Ghana, I'm partners with Kojo Annan. Yep. His father is Kofi Annan. I was with him 2 nights ago. His kids just came from the president's play date with the president. So we're pretty political connected in those 2 countries. And in Africa, you need to be.
Yeah, and that was my next question, because my 2 partners, Marty and I, were doing really well in something similar to this in Nicaragua.
Yeah.
5 years ago, when 30 years of stability just went.
Yeah. Ghana and Guinea, well, Guinea's under military rule, but the president got rid of all the corruption, and there'll be elections next year. Pretty stable country for a while. Ghana is very safe, it's very stable. So they're very, I'm comfortable in both of them, but that's why on the equipment we have geopolitical risks. So if anything happens,
is that insured or is that
fully insured?
Okay.
fully insured. Ma'am?
Yeah, just to be a worry word here.
Yes.
One of the.
It's not for everybody, but
In personal experiences is, in investments were similar to yours, where the insurance company was 100% behind all of this and you're gonna get your money. And catastrophe did happen, the insurance company took a year to pay out.
yeah,
Because they were doing due diligence, blah, 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 blah. And meanwhile, everything went down the tubes because they couldn't get the money out of the insurance company. So, because they know how to drag their feet and how to, put their 18 clauses on the table. I don't understand, I don't know who your insurance company is in terms of reputation, but where do you see this insurance risk? Be it,
Well-
Brinks gets.
so it's a US.
Shot and they steal all the gold.
Well, if Brinks gets shot and gets stole from Brinks, it's insured by Lloyd's in London, so that's not even it. Brinks has never lost an ounce of gold in 245 years for anybody, and they're the largest in the world. So if you don't trust Brinks, you shouldn't be in this deal. That's the transport part. The equipment on the ground part is HUD International. They're one of the largest insurance brokerages in the world. They're an NYSE company. The policy will be written by a large reinsurance company, and it will be on a US company. So the payout won't be in local currency.
I'm talking.
No, the
US.
payout will be in US currency. But listen, you're right. There are risks there for the insurance payout. But remember, on the ground, we still own the equipment. We still own all the equipment and we control the equipment. So there are some risk mitigations, but companies all over the world, biggest US companies in the world have equipment on the ground and all over the world operating. And, that's not really been a big problem with insurance payouts because this is not anything new. Rio Tinto has equipment in every country in the world. Valley has equipment. There's mining equipment from the US in every country all over the world. And very rarely do you find that it gets taken, and the insurance doesn't pay out. So,
I don't think it'll pay out.
we have a kill switch. We have a deal with Starlink in Ghana where all the equipment will have the Starlink kill switches. We'll have geofence tracking. So wherever that equipment may go, we will know. And so, it's just a way to earn a high yield with some risk mitigation, and we have boots on the ground, and we're very comfortable with operating, and it's a very fun business when you can produce gold. I wish I could get this video up because
What's the coupon?
the coupon, first of all, the notes are 12% a year, but the royalties will pay about 2% a month on top of it.
So annually, how
So
much?
3% a month coupon if we execute on the trading, and the royalty, the net smelter. So you're basically sharing in the rewards.
Is there like a spreadsheet that you could use for people to get see that?
I'll be happy to send anybody spreadsheets. I'll show them how it works. And I got all the due diligence back. I got everything. Be happy to share with anybody. If anyone's interested in it, please hit me up tonight. Please hit me up today. I'm here for the rest of the day and all day tomorrow.
Fantastic. Thanks, Garrett.
Thank you.